Hello Tadpoles, and welcome to my review of the movie Glass Onion and Knives Out Mystery. So, on last Sunday, I went to see Knives Out 2 in the cinema with my mother, and I really enjoyed it. I was a big fan of the first Knives Out movie. I hadn't really watched any movies other than Marvel or like Jurassic World stuff, so it was a bit new to me, but I just sat down on the couch and put it on, and I ended up really enjoying it, so that was really good. And then I googled it and saw that there was a new movie coming out in that series in like 3 months. So I was really excited for this movie. And then when the trailer dropped, I thought it looked a bit over the top. I was a bit worried about it, but I was still really looking forward to it. So now to the actual review. So it starts off a bit faster, like introducing you to the characters a bit more. Like in the first one, it was the dogs running at the camera, and then introducing you to like the main character, Marta. And this movie, it's a bit different. Still like that kind of music playing, but you're introduced to the background characters. But it gives you like a good idea of their relationships with each other, and like kind of who they are as people. Like it gives you a good introduction to the characters. And then from there on, it's just a bit of setup and stuff, just explaining the background of where they are and why they're there. But that's all pretty good. It is a bit slow to start, kind of like Death on the Nile and Murder on the Orient Express, in that sense. So the murder in those happened like an hour and a half through. There was a lot of setup in those. This one is a bit similar. There's a lot of setup. Very different to the last one, where the murder was like the first thing in the movie. Yeah, but in this one, it takes its time. It's done really well. Like I said just before, it is a bit slow at the start, but it is still really entertaining. We catch up with Detective Blanc, see what he's been up to, like during COVID and stuff. And then we follow him as he goes to the new location. There's a bit of a mystery straight away. So just after that bit as well, there's more character setup and stuff, like just building the relationships with them, like with the characters, explaining a few things. Then I was a bit worried that it was going to be like too showy maybe, and like not have much substance, because up until that point it had just been big words and like flashy outfits and stuff. But then there was this one really good scene where, written down on paper, it's just a really pleasant experience for the characters, but combined with the previous scenes, the music, just the camera work as well, some of the dialogue helps. It's really intense and like full of tension, and that's the tipping point of the movie, where it goes from like everyone's having a great time to we all might die here. From there, from the murder, there's a bit of running around stuff, solving. Then they do the classic, like going back to see what actually has happened and stuff. So then the plot thickens and some more stuff is revealed and stuff like that. Another few things happen that are important to the story. Then you kind of get to the climax. I felt like in the cinema that the climax was going on for a bit, but then they keep putting stuff in that made it more intriguing. I won't spoil at all here, but it goes on for 5 to 10 minutes, and just when you're about to think this is going on for too long, something really cool happens, and then there's some funny bits as well. Yeah, at the end, it's good. Yeah, so just as a murder mystery, it's really good. Like there's a lot of setups in it. Like in the actual murder mystery part, there's a lot of like deep bits kind of, and it's just a like overall well crafted murder mystery comedy thriller, I guess. I don't really know what that means. It's really entertaining to watch. It is a lot more comedic than the last one, I would say. But it's a bit more quippy. The tone's a bit different, and the main character of Detective Blanc, he was kind of like serious in the last one, especially if you remember that opening scene with him sitting in the corner, like flipping the coin. But in this one, he's a lot more, I guess, maybe a bit more humbled, maybe? Yeah, so if I could say one thing, it's that this is just like a pet peeve here, but in the last movie, Blanc had some, like, little phrases that do not make any sense, but they were just so good to listen to, especially coming from that accent that he is doing, that Daniel Craig's doing. But that isn't really in this movie. He does have some quips, but he's different from the last movie. He's not as, like, dark and mysterious. He's more outgoing in this one, like, off the bat. If I do just have one proper criticism of it, I think that they should probably dial back the silliness, shall we say, if they are to make another one, because if they keep going down this road, it's the next one's just going to be way too over the top. I reckon this is good, maybe a little bit less, but this probably don't go any further than this, I would say. But yeah, other than that, really good movie. It's doing really well on Rotten Tomatoes and stuff. I think it's got like 93% on critics, so they're really enjoying it. It's just an overall really good, fun, enjoyable movie to watch, like with friends, family, or anything. Just overall, I'd say I'd give it maybe like a 70 out of 75 grapes on a bunch. Alright, thank you for watching. Enjoy the rest of your day. Bye bye.